So hello and welcome to Ninja Wars. Yes, this is the review for the Riobrix Ninja Wars book set. And it is, as I'm reading off my notes, Riobrix number 66029. There's just over 3,000 pieces, and it's basically 3,086 pieces to be precise, and round about 130 English pounds or cheaper. I'm pretty sure you can get it cheaper if you ship about. Let's start with the pluses before I get to the minuses and then the general roundup of this review. If you look at it like you are looking at now, I think it looks good. I have no problem with the look of this set. I like the colours. If you like Ninjago, which I think this is what it's based on, as in, well, that's why it's called Ninja World, then you're gonna like this set. If you like building this kind of book set, like the Planet Revenge Killer, or Revenge Planet Killer even, for Riobrix, that I did a second build on the channel, I believe it was. Same style, obviously different theme with it being Star Wars, but there was definitely little problems with that set, and there's definitely little problems with this set. But again, I like the theme. I like the idea of folding it up as a book, and you know, you can display it open like here, or you can close it up and display it as a book when and if the lights are working. But I'll come back to lights again after, just like I did with the Star Wars set. Anyway, where did we begin with this set? Well, you're obviously going to know that as I come, we started with the base plate, and we started off with the middle base plate. We built a little bit of backup. Remember, none of this at the front would be present at all. We were just on about the plate and the build. We then would go onto both side base plates, but we would only build up with the colours of the light blues first on this side, and then there was, as you'll see in the videos, there is a plate that you make up that fits on top that is movable. Once that plate is in place, you then start to build up, and I believe, if my memory is correctly, you go to about halfway, which is fine. Then the next section is where, when that was round about bag 2. Bag 3 is where we started to have the problems. And a lot of this decoration, as lovely as it is very, very brittle. You touch it, it falls off. You shut the case up, it falls off. And it's just not good enough, in my opinion. Really, really isn't. So we went up, and then, of course, after the roof and after the brittleness, we had to make the tower. Now, the tower itself was, they tell you to build it like it stands on a 2x1 brick, and then you would build up. But remembering, you're pushing down all the while, you're going to have it's going to crumble the entire. You're going to push down. It's going to. You can't do it that way, in my opinion. You cannot do it that way. So I took it on myself to build that tower myself, and then put on, or attempt to put it on, the 2x1 tile to where it connects. And as I gently pushed, and I do mean gently, there was no real power, I had a cascade failure where that flew off. The roof come off, everything just basically crushed to the ground. And for a few minutes, one, obviously, apart from being upset that I'd just destroyed a lot of hard work, I actually considered junking this set and saying, you know, sorry if you'll pardon the expression, you know, I'll go on to something different because I just do not want the trouble. And in many ways, I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking to myself, you know, why did you take it on yourself to build this again when you had your trouble with your Star Wars set? You know, which was the same sort of thing, you know, as in book related, this sort of thing. But me being me, no, I had to do it. And after the initial 5 minutes of, you know, come on, get back on track, pep talk, I did, and it took me an age to get everything back to how it was, slowly build up, and then on top of that, then I had to slowly press on again where it had broke with the cascade failure before, and I managed with a little bit of cajoling, as I always say, and it was in and it was done. Side pieces we then added, and then we build up the middle section here, which is fine. No real problems with this section. It was still a little bit fragile in places, but it was less fragile than that. More nerve-wracking really than actually building to what it was. Once that was there, then we started to do the walls at the back. As you can see, it's like a light blue sky effect, if you like. Once that was built up halfway, well, 3/4 really, we then went back to this building here and we finished the top section off. And again, it is fragile. No words about it. You have to be so careful. You touch this piece here, no matter how hard you press it onto where it's supposed to go, it falls off. Done, dusted, gone. Anyway, once that was up, sigh of relief, and then it was back to here, the section. We'd already built the base plate. We then, as we say, added the blue, built another plate on top that swings in left and right, which again was fine. I like base plate building, as you know. And then we slowly started to build up. I had no problems with this section here. Then we built up again here. And then I think before we actually went to the top, we did some more wall stuff to the 3/4 mark, as was roof. And then after everything was fitted here, which was another pain in the bum because of, you know, how interesting it's nice looking, but it's delicate. It is way too delicate. While I think about it, as I say, I had pieces missing here where the hooks were supposed to come. Okay, you can't really see it from here, but nevertheless they were missing. And then we built up the walls as far as we could, minus 1 or 2 bricks. Now I'm going to turn the set round just so as you can see in a minute, and I will continue the review. So here are the sides and the back. I've just turned it round. As you can see, I'm trying to put it on the rotunda, so I'm just gently handling it myself. The wires hanging out the back, before anybody says anything or if they decide to comment, that is me leaving them out because I'm trying to find an external battery box. So don't worry about the wires. That's me. That's not them. You can put them through inside rightly and then connect it to the battery box inside there. So we built up this side wall first, as I said, and I mean, you know what I said in the other videos. There were some discrepancies there. They don't lie flat, hence the rest of the wheels don't lie flat. Had problem with these plates, although it does look better than it does, or it did. I think the roof itself has stabilized the actual build, which is good. I was frightened when I put it on, but I'm getting ahead of myself. We built up halfway again here with the plates, and then again here down the bottom, and then it was just a matter of, once the building inside was done, then we could build up as far as it went. Same here, as far as it went round the battery box, and then again the other side here, exactly the same. The roof build itself was a separate build. I think I've showed you some of that in the last video. Basically the 3 pieces, there's a wall piece here that actually fits in quite nicely. I was a bit frightened to attach it, but in all honesty, it went in fine. It went in okay. It was a panic over nothing as far as that's concerned. The roof, as I said before, it don't quite look so bad, but you can see that there's certain places where there is indentations because there's no real padding underneath to keep it flat. The big plates look okay, and if I can get out the shadow, there you can see an indentation mark, and there's no way, because that's a sealed unit, there's no way that you can get up to push it back right. At least this one closes properly, where we had a little bit of a gap, if you remember, for the Star Wars one. If anybody wants to look back, I'll try and put a link if I remember to. You can have a look at the Star Wars build and see the differences. Obviously a different looking set because it's two different themes, but the actual idea of the book build or the shelf build, whichever they want to call it, is exactly the same. Decoration wise, no problems at all. You can see how that fitted in, it pushed in nice. We have a nice ornate looking gate. It does open. I'm not even going to touch it because it's going to probably fall off. You can see how thrilled I am to be finished with this set. Yes, it was not enjoyable. I'd be lying if I said it was an enjoyable build, because it was not an enjoyable build. Just the frailty of the build is the problem with this set, nothing else. Whether it be a brick problem, whether it be myself being heavy-handed, I'll take that all day. If anybody wants to throw something at me and say, well, you're just holding it too heavy, fair, if that's the case, fair enough, I'll hold my hands up. But there's things in this set, whether you're light-handed or heavy-handed, no matter how you do, it's going to end up with it falling down. And I'm telling you, that is what's going to happen. It is going to die. And I know when it comes from the work table, wherever I'm going to display it, I'm still looking for the battery box, which I've got no faith in finding. Even if it falls apart, I will not be broken-hearted, because it's something that I wanted to do. Obviously, I wanted to build it because I bought it. But quality-wise, it's not there. If you want my opinion, and, you know, is it worth the money? Is it worth buying? I'm going to say to you now, in my opinion, no way is this set worth 130 English pounds. And what's that? $145, $150. Maybe a little bit more Canadian. It's just not worth it. It really, really isn't. Not that the set isn't worth it in value wise. It's just about the build structure of this set. It is too flimsy. It is too, you know, as a display set, fine. I know what you're going to say. I can open it up, I can look at it, and it looks pretty. But you've still got to get it to wherever you're going to display it. And I know I'm waffling on, but that's just the truth of the matter. It is not good enough. Save your money, buy something else. And the funny thing that I will say before I start to wrap this up is I've got at least another 3 of these book sets left to build sometime next year. There is the Harry Potter, there is the Lord of the Rings, and the one that I'm really, really looking forward to is The Hobbit, which looks really great with the dragon in the middle where the spine is. But I am really, really wary now and saying I've done 2. I've had the same frailty problems with both sets. Again, I will add, while I just think about it, in regards to stickers, make sure that you look at the back of the book to where your stickers have got to go. Otherwise you could find yourself in severe problems. It's like, you know, I was lucky. I missed a few of them here. like an idiot, and I've had to put them on later, and I've been lucky and been able to get to them. But as in the Star Wars, I mean, some was an absolute nightmare to get. So try and look at the back of the book. It does say where they go, and just then you'll have to work it out yourself where to put your stickers on before you build the setup. That's my one tip for this and all Riobrix sets. And with that, can I just say a big thank you for anybody who's watched this far. I know I've waffled on long enough with another, what I call another dreadful set. Not the looks, just the build quality of the set is not good enough at all. It is too fragile. It is too frail for me. And if you like what I'm saying, if you understand what I'm trying to get across to you all, I'm not anti-Riobrix, like I say. I've got another 3 of these sets to do, so it's not that I've got anything against them. Online, I'm sure I've read that it's Star bricks. I think I mentioned that in an earlier video. Well, Star bricks just ain't good enough in my opinion. This needs to be Gold bricks or whatever. Like I say, please give us a thumbs up if you like the video and you like what I'm trying to put across. Not necessarily my attitude and my negativity in this one, but it does come across. I do appreciate. Please drop them comments in the box. And if you want to see what comes next in this on this channel, on Square Ghost, whatever the next video is, I have no idea what it is yet. It could be anything and everything, but I'm sure whatever I build next time will be more stable than this. Please click on that subscribe button and follow us with us. And with that, I have held you long enough with this set. You know the drill. My name's Kev. I am Square Ghost, and I'll see you all on the flip side.